travel is not far. So I would say I went. Travel is long.
No, I don't mean I went,
Oh.
but I travel Thailand. I visit Thailand. How different about will you travel and visit?
Oh, I travel means
No, I
to
mean
go. To go. I travel
We
means
what?
To go
To
by,
go.
to go by bus,
To
by
go.
airplane,
by bus,
by airplane.
by airplane. If I say I visit, tell me if this is if I'm answering your question. Visit means I meet, I chat, talk. Does that make sense? So travel means to go.
Oh,
Yeah. If I travel to see my friend. I traveled to see my friend. Means I actually got on the bus, I got on the plane. But then you say, I traveled to see my friend. I went to visit her. I went to chat with her. I went to actually see her. But travel is, I actually go. Does that answer or no? No.
okay. How you argue later? If you have more time, but now I think you don't understand what.
Okay. I tell you after class. Okay. Okay. We will finish this tomorrow. Do you want to do some expressions? The expressions now?
Yeah.
Yeah, expressions? Okay. If I say, graveyard shift. Does anybody know what that means? Graveyard shift.
No.
Means I work from 12 o'clock a.m. or midnight to 8 a.m. I work very late. The graveyard shift is from midnight to 8 a.m. So if you say to me, when do you work, Susan? And I say, I work the graveyard shift. That means I work in the middle of the night. I work, when you sleep, I work. I work from 12 a.m. until to 8 a.m. I work the graveyard shift. Okay. Cup of Joe.
cup of joe.
Does anybody know what cup of joe is?
Cup of joe.
It is a cup of coffee.
Cup of coffee.
So if I say, I want a cup of joe, I want a cup of coffee.
Don't tell to the supervisors in Thailand.
What? Don't say that in Thailand?
Because maybe they will think something different.
Yeah. Yes, but that's what that means. Of joe is a cup of coffee. Okay, does everybody know what a bakery is? Where you get like bread, cake, a bakery?
bakery.
Bakery, when you get like breads and cakes? Okay. A baker's dozen. How many is dozen?
12.
12, right. But if I say I want a baker's dozen, if I go to the bakery and I say I want a baker's dozen, that means I want 13, not 12. So if I go to the bakery and I say I want a baker's dozen of your bread, it means 13, it doesn't mean 12. Baker's dozen means 13, not 12. It's very strange. A baker's dozen is 13. If I say the late king or the late queen, what does late mean? If I say the late queen, the late king, it means they died recently. I don't know how to explain this. They died recently. So in the next year, you could say the late king was a very good man. The late queen was a very good woman. After a year, you don't say late anymore. Late just means recently, like in a year. So the late king did good things for Thai people. Hi.
Teacher Susan, excuse me, Teacher Susan. 2 new students. I think they are better for this one.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So tomorrow come and study. One I can't. So Monday is a holiday. Thursday is
Yes.
a holiday.
Monday.
On Tuesday,
Monday.
these 2 new students will come. for
Okay.
you.
Okay. No class Monday. No class. Okay. So for the next year, you can say the late king did good things. The late king, whatever you want to say. Could say something, anything you want to say about the king, but you say late. Late means he died. But after a year, you don't use late anymore. Then you would just say the king or the queen, but late for the next year. It means he died. Or she died. You could also say, my late mother. My mother died, you know, recently, not long ago. Not long time ago. But after a year, you don't use it. My late mother, my late father, they died not too long ago. You could use late in front of anybody. Yeah. Died not long ago. Died not long ago. You use it for 1 year.
After 1 year, I cannot use
You don't use late, because late means it didn't happen long ago. But after a year, that's more time, Then you would just say then you would just call him by his name. King, like I would not say late King Rama III. He's gone a long time ago. I wouldn't say that. But your king that just passed away, I would call him the late king. Late king. Yeah, late mother, late father, late sister, anybody. But just for 1 year. Yeah.
Only 1 year.
Yeah, because I wouldn't say, you know, late King Henry VIII. King Henry VIII was in England, died a long time ago, hundreds of years ago, just for 1 year. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Because if a foreigner might say to you, I'm sorry about your late king. I'm sorry about your late king. They might say that, and then you would be like, the king is not late. You wouldn't understand. That means I'm sorry, your dog.